Shalom. One give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shad, Shema Kakadash. And the Bible said out of the Apostle of Great Mills, 122. And please bless my citation to the hope of that. And this is what's this video.
They can't match American firepower. But today the Iranians demonstrated the threat they pose to the global economy by staging a military exercise showing how they might close the Strait of Hormuz, the jugular vein when it comes to the circulation of the world's oil supply. The US Navy also cranked things up with the weekend announcement that the world's largest warship, the USS Gerald R. Ford, is now heading to this region. Soon the Americans will have 2 carrier strike groups in the Middle East, and since actions speak louder than words, the saber rattling was a worrying backdrop to the Geneva talks. And the fact that the meetings there didn't last long also helped make this a somewhat surprising announcement afterwards.
A new window of opportunity has opened, under which we had the second round of the negotiations with the United States earlier today here in Geneva. We are hopeful that negotiation will lead to a sustainable and negotiated solution.
The Americans have confirmed that progress was achieved. Tonight, the prediction President Trump made before the talks has a bit more credence.
I think they want to make a deal. I don't think they want the consequences of not making a deal. They want to make a deal.
Despite the outcome in Geneva, the authorities in Iran today held a commemoration during which America and Israel were blamed for instigating last month's protests in which thousands were killed. Exactly where the supreme leader intends to take his country is unclear. Responding to the US Navy build-up, the Ayatollah said, "A warship is certainly a dangerous weapon, but even more dangerous is the weapon capable of sinking this warship to the bottom of the sea." With the Americans continuing to send more firepower to this region, it is also unclear if Donald Trump will settle for a nuclear deal bearing at least some resemblance to the one he scrapped in his first term. John Irvine, News at 10, Tel Aviv.
I'm not sure. Um, you showed me Russian, Chinese, and Iran warships conduct surprise Hormuz Strait exercises. So Russia's over there as well. But let's get the scriptures. What's it called now? Second address. Second address. Second address 15 and 28. He said, "Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, whereas the nations of the dragons of Arabia will come out with many chariots." And it says chariots here, meaning vehicles, and the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. This is my favorite part. Also, the Carmenians. The Carmenians being the Iranians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild bulls of the wood, meaning that they're going to charge together, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, with who the nations of the dragons of Arabia. It says, the great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. And before everyone says anything, this is a stumbling block. As it says here, it's Jeremiah. Mm. Jeremiah 15:18. And it says, therefore, thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of the power of Israel, being the Negro, Latino, the Spanish, and the Americans, Cuban, Mexicans, and Sumo Indians. Behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. So that's a breakdown for 2nd Ezra 15. And I think, let me go back to 2nd Ezra 15. It's a breakdown for 2nd Ezra 15. And yeah, it's for verse 30. When it talks about the land of the Assyrians. It's really talking about America, man. As I made mention in Jeremiah chapter 50. And what was it again? Chapter 50 and 18. Yeah. And it said, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Yeah, and it said Ishmael was a wild man. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Essentially, this is going to happen in the land of Israel, man. What's it called now? But is that the sensitivity is increased? In Joel chapter 3 and 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, being the natural Gentiles, being other nations, being non-Israelites. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I'm strong. Yeah, now Iran's able to say that because now they have nuclear weapons. And only that, they have Russia and China helping them out. And anyway, a pruning hook and a plowshare are agricultural tools. So in a sense, they're saying prepare. You know, honestly, prepare. It says let the heathen be wakened and come down, So let a human be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which obviously his name Yahweh. So it would be Yahweh Shaphat, meaning Yahweh's judgment, or Yahweh judge. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. This is put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the press is full, for the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Essentially saying, this is a sacrifice. It says multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. But the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And the valley of decision being over there in the east. And we know nuclear missiles are going to be fired off because of what it says here in verse 15. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, mushing clouds, and stars shall withdraw their shine. So they're going to explode. Crazy. And even Egypt, or spiritual Egypt, it says in verse 19, it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. And Zion is the monument, it means monument, being his people. It was a Negro, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, including the Mexicans and similar Indians. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that's about it. You see, I'm basically preparing for war. You know, honestly, never seen it. But yeah, man, I'll do it edifying. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shai, Shema Kakadash, and Shalom.